Country Grammar is the debut studio album by American rapper Nelly. It was released on June 27, 2000, by Universal Records. The production on the album was handled by Jason J. E. Epperson, with additional production by C. Love, Kevin Law, City Spud, Steve Blastwills and Basement Beats. Nelly contributed to all lyrics on the album, with Epperson and City Spud also contributing. The album introduced a unique St. Louis, Midwestern sound, and introduces Nelly's vocal style of pop-rap singalongs and Midwestern, Missouri twang. The album produced 4 successful singles, Country Grammar, E.I., Ride With Me, and Batter Up. Its lead single, Country Grammar, peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and UK Singles Chart. E.I. charted at number 16, number 12 and number 11 on the Hot 100, UK Singles Chart and ARIA Singles Chart, respectively. Ride With Me peaked within the top 5 on the Hot 100, ARIA Singles Chart, Irish Singles Chart and UK Singles Chart. The album's final single, Batter Up featuring Murphy Lee and Ali, achieved moderate chart success. Country Grammar received positive reviews, with critics praising Nelly's vocal style and the album's production. It topped the US Billboard 200 chart for 5 consecutive weeks, and the US Top R&B Hip-Hop Albums chart for 6 consecutive weeks. It peaked in the top 5 on the New Zealand Albums chart and Australian Albums chart, as well as the top 10 on the Canadian Albums chart and Dutch Albums chart. The album was certified 3 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of New Zealand and Music Canada, denoting shipments of 45,000 and 300,000 copies, respectively. As of May 17, 2015, Country Grammar has sold 8.6 million copies, according to Nielsen SoundScan, ranking it as the 9th best-selling rap album of all time in the United States. It was certified 9 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, making it one of the highest certified albums in the U.S. history. Its commercial success secured Nelly's status as one of the most successful hip-hop acts of the 2000s decade. On Billboard US Decade End chart, Nelly ranked as the 3rd most successful act of the 2000s decade, largely in part to the success of Country Grammar and his follow-up album Nellyville. Background and production: in his early years, Nelly frequently moved locations within the U.S., before residing in the city of St. Louis. It was there where he discovered rap artists synonymous within the city. In his teenage years, Nelly moved to University City, where he shifted his aspirations from becoming a baseball player to producing stories and rhymes. Along with some high school friends Seguro Ali Jones, Torrey Harper, Quan and LaVille Weber Nelly formed the group St. Lunatics in 1993. Frustrated by the lack of attention from record companies, the group formed the Consensus to allow Nelly to pursue a solo career, with the rest possibly releasing their own solo albums. Nelly produced demos, which were sent to national labels, eventually gaining attention from Universal Records, who signed a record deal with Nelly and the St. Lunatics in 1999, with Universal releasing the former's debut album, Country Grammar, in 2000. All songs on Country Grammar were recorded by Steve Aina, and mixed by Rich Trevally. Kenny Distra provided recording assistance and Jason Standard assisted in mixing. Mastering was performed by Herb Powers, with A&R directed by Kevin Law and coordinated by Craig Yoskowitz. Management was provided by Tony Davis and Courtney Benson, with legality handled by Todd Rubenstein. Creative direction was handled by Sandra Brummels, with design and photography done so by BENTO Design and Jonathan Mannion, respectively. Composition: much of Nelly's rap style draws from his origins, as it contains Southern drawl with Midwestern, Missouri twang, that incorporates both country and urban styles. In conjunction, Nelly approaches a pop-rap sing-along vocal style, which Olmusic's Jason Birchmerian notes present within Country Grammar US tracks including Ride With Me, and E.I. Peter Shapiro described Nelly's vocals as using unforgettable hooks based on schoolyard songs, double Dutch chants, and nonsense rhymes. Much of Country Grammar US tracks are bass-heavy, that are primarily Southern hip-hop based and minimalistic. In the album's self-titled track, Nelly's vocals are slurred and slow, and are a smooth, slippery fast instrument with reggae inflections. Rolling Stone found the song's lyrics to depict Nelly riding around town in an expensive SUV with an assault weapon. Ride With Me is rap, pop crossover, that samples composition from DeBarge's 1982 I Like It, and its lyrics feature Nelly introspecting. Rolling Stone found the chorus of EI to contain the vocal style of rapper The Notorious B.I.G. Louvin and Me samples Don't Stop, and Whatever You Want from bands One Way and Tony Tona copyright, respectively. NME interpreted Louvin Me as a virtual rewrite of rapper Tupac Shakur's 1995 Dear Mama. Singles, Country Grammar was released as the album's first single on February 29, 2000 in the U.S. The song was written by Nelly and Jason J. E. Epperson, and produced by the latter. Its lyrics are based off the children clapping game Down Down Baby. Country Grammar peaked at number 7 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and the UK Singles Chart. It also reached number 10 and 20 on the Canadian Hot 100 and ARIA Singles Chart, respectively. The song was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America and Australian Recording Industry Association. The second single, EI, was written by Nelly and Epperson and produced by the latter. It reached number 16 on the Hot 100, number 11 on the UK Singles Chart and number 12 on the ARIA Singles Chart. It was certified gold by the ARIA. Written by Nelly and Epperson and produced by the latter, Ride With Me was released as Country Grammar Euro's third single. The track features City Spud, and reached number 3 on the Hot 100, the highest charting song from Country Grammar in the US. It also peaked at number 3 on the UK Singles Chart, number 4 on the ARIA Singles Chart, Irish Singles Chart, number 5 on the Dutch Singles Chart and number 7 on the Norwegian Singles Chart. It was certified gold by the RIAA and platinum by the ARIA. Batter Up was released as the fourth and final single from the album. It features Murphy Lee and Ali, and was written by Nelly, Epperson and Steve Blast Wills, while being produced by Wills. Batter Up peaked at number 8 on the Belgian Singles Chart and number 19 on the ARIA Singles Chart. Critical reception, Country Grammar was well received by music critics. NME lauded the album, praising Nelly's utilization of vocal characteristics from other rap artists, including Tupac Shakur and Cypress Hill. The magazine described the album as a rarity, noting standout tracks such as the seductive rap-pop crossover Ride With Me, while likening Batter Up to DMX with a humor infusion. NME closed their review declaring Country Grammar as Album of the Year. Giving the album a bar Euro, Entertainment Weekly Euro David Brown wrote the album demonstrates that tiresome rap topics are not restricted to the coasts. Though what salvages the album is Nelly's smooth, slippery fast voice, which contains reggae inflections. Brown describes the album's content as minimalistic, with introspective moments such as Ride With Me. In Robert Christgau's Consumer Guide review, he wrote that Nelly presents an easy mix of NO bounce, Cleveland thug harmony, and LA tweedle twaddle, noting Nelly's heavy accent which makes his hedonism more accessible. People noted that Nelly implements his own laid-back charm to Country Grammar Euro Southern hip-hop. Despite Nelly showing limited thematic vocabulary, he articulates escapism to compensate for this. Alma 6 Jason Birchmeier praised the album's tongue-twisting self-titled track as infectious, noting other tracks to contain the same elements, including Ride With Me, and EI. Birchmeier wrote that the album transcends regional styles such as Southern hip-hop to appeal to rap-pop audiences, while praising producer Jason J. E. Epperson's contribution to the album. Rolling Stone explained that the album's liquid bass bumps interlopes well with Nelly's wordplay-heavy sing-song rhyme flow, while declaring Country Grammar to be the best thing to come out of St. Louis since comedian Redd Foxx. At the 2001 Soul Train Music Awards, Country Grammar earned Nelly the award for Best R&B Soul or Rap New Artist. Nelly was nominated for 4 awards at the Online Hip Hop Awards, for Favorite Music Video, Song of the Year, Album of the Year and Outstanding Graphic Design for his official website. He won the awards for Song of the Year and Artist of the Year. Commercial performance: Country Grammar entered the Billboard 200 on the week of July 15, 2000, at number 3, selling 235,000 copies. The album remained within the top 10 for several weeks before topping it on the week of August 17, 2000, selling 235,000 copies and passing 1.5 million in sales that week. Entertainment Weekly put the album's sales down to its support by its lead single, Country Grammar, as well as the lack of releases from other music artists during that period. The album sold 235,000 copies again the following week, continuing to stay atop the Billboard 200. Country Grammar topped U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums chart for 6 consecutive weeks. On October 30, 2000, the album had sold 3 million copies, and was certified 3 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, denoting shipments of 3 million copies. On June 29, 2002, Country Grammar has sold 7.7 million copies, according to Nielsen SoundScan. The album was certified 9 times platinum by the ARIA on April 27, 2004, denoting shipments of 9 million copies. As of June 2014, Country Grammar has sold 8,561,000 copies in the United States. Country Grammar entered the New Zealand Albums Chart on the week of September 24, 2000, at number 5. It reached its peak at number 3, for 28 weeks after its debut on the chart, where it remained there for 2 non-consecutive weeks. It stayed on the chart for 42 weeks before dropping out. The album was certified 3 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of New Zealand for shipments of 45,000 units. On the Australian Albums Chart, Country Grammar debuted at number 45. It re-entered the chart 5 times, and reached its peak at number 4 on the week of October 7, 2001. The album remained on the chart for 33 weeks, and was certified 3 times platinum by the Australian Recording Industry Association. Country Grammar reached at number 7 on the Canadian Albums Chart, and stayed on the chart for 25 weeks before dropping out. It was certified 3 times platinum by Music Canada, denoting shipments of 300,000 copies. On the Dutch Albums Chart, the album peaked at number 8. On the UK Albums Chart, Country Grammar reached at number 14, and stayed on it for 31 weeks. It was certified gold by the British phonographic industry, for shipments of 100,000 units. The album peaked within the top 30 on the Belgian Albums Chart, Finnish Albums Chart and Danish Albums Chart. It reached at number 45 on the German Albums Chart, remaining on it for 43 weeks. It peaked on the Swiss Albums Chart and French Albums Chart at number 90 and number 109, respectively. Country Grammar topped the U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums year-end chart in 2000. Legacy: Country Grammar A success cemented Nelly's position as one of the most successful hip-hop acts of the emerging decade. Vibe emphasized Nelly's expeditious fame, writing that the rapper debuted without the benefit of guest spots or pen and pixel-produced teasers on his CD cover. The magazine continued to note the rapper's absence of being associated with a notable group. He just came out and sold 2 million records in less than a month. Nelly's success helped in making St. Louis more notable for emerging hip-hop acts, increasing the city's general reputation. Country Grammar experienced commercial success, topping the U.S. Billboard 200 chart for 5 weeks in 2000, eventually going on to sell over 9 million copies in the U.S., making it the 9th best-selling rap album of all time in the country. It is one of the highest certified albums in the U.S. history, being certified 9 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Nelly ranked 3rd on the Billboard 2000 Euro 2009 Decade-End chart, due to the success of Country Grammar as well as his follow-up album Nellyville. The latter album went on to sell 6,488,000 copies in the U.S. Track listing: all songs were written by Nelly, additional writers listed below. Notes: Ride With Me contains a portion of composition from DeBarge's 1982 I Like It. Batter Up contains a portion of composition from Primal Scream's Movin' On Up. Louvin' Me samples elements from One Way's 1984 Don't Stop. It also samples elements from Tony Toner copyright. 1990, Whatever You Want. Personnel, credits adapted from liner notes. Steve Ainer a Euro recording, Kenny Dykstra a Euro recording, assistant, Rich Trevally a Euro mixing, Jason Standard a Euro mixing, assistant, Herb Powers a Euro mastering, Kevin Law a Euro A and a directing, Craig Yoskowitz a Euro A and a coordinating, Tony Davis a Euro management, Courtney Benson a Euro management, Todd Rubenstein a Euro legal, Sandra Brummel a Euro creative directing, BENTO design a Euro design, Jonathan Mannion a Euro photography. Charts. Certifications. Release history. See also, List of number 1 albums of 2000, List of number 1 R&B albums of 2000. References. External links, Country Grammar at Discogs.